In the pre-dawn hours of June 22, 2025, the United States military executed one of the most audacious and complex air missions in its history. This was Operation Midnight Hammer. The operation was designed with a singular, critical objective: to neutralize Iran's clandestine nuclear program. For years, intelligence agencies had watched with growing concern as facilities buried deep beneath the mountains at Fordo, Natanz, and Isfahan moved closer to producing weapons-grade uranium. Diplomatic channels had frayed, and the international community held its breath. The mission represented the culmination of meticulous, long-term planning, a secret held tightly within the highest echelons of the Pentagon and U.S. Central Command, far from the public eye and even from most U.S. lawmakers. This was not a rash decision but a calculated final resort. The sheer scale of Operation Midnight Hammer set it apart from previous military engagements. It was conceived as the largest single mission ever undertaken by the B-2 Spirit stealth bomber fleet. A total of 7 of these iconic bat-winged aircraft were tasked with the primary strike, taking off from their home at Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri. They were the tip of a much larger spear. In total, an awe-inspiring force of 125 U.S. aircraft filled the skies to support the mission. This massive aerial armada included Media Group, stealth fighter jets flying escort, F-22 or F-35 jets in formation, fighter jets alongside bombers at its stock at distribute_equally, stealth fighter jets for escort, sophisticated reconnaissance planes to monitor the battle space, and a fleet of refueling tankers essential for the long-duration flight. Every component was a vital cog in a machine designed for absolute precision, an overwhelming force against heavily fortified targets. The strategic context for the operation was carefully shaped in the days leading up to the strike. Israeli air forces had conducted a series of targeted attacks on Iranian air defense installations over the preceding 9 days. These actions, coordinated with U.S. planners, were not random acts of aggression, but a deliberate effort to weaken Iran's ability to detect and repel an incoming aerial assault. By systematically degrading radar sites and anti-aircraft missile batteries, the Israeli strikes effectively dismantled the outer layers of Iran's defensive network. This created a crucial corridor of vulnerability, paving the way for the B-2S to approach their targets without triggering a widespread alarm. The stage was being set for a strike that Iran would not see coming until it was far too late. The human element was just as critical as the technology. Each of the 7 B-2 bombers was operated by a 2-person crew, a pilot and a mission commander, who would have to endure an arduous 18-hour flight across continents. The selection process for these crews was rigorous, representing the most experienced and skilled aviators in the U.S. Air Force. Notably, the crews included at